It's 8 in the evening. You're sitting on the couch. And you can barely lift your hand to grab a glass of water. But here's the strange part. You didn't do anything today. You didn't carry boxes. You didn't run a marathon. You sat. Scrolled. Answered a few messages. So why do you feel like you've been hit by a truck? And why does this happen almost every day? This isn't laziness. This isn't depression. And it's definitely not what your doctor will tell you. There's a specific invisible mechanism running in your brain right now that's burning more energy than physical labor ever could. And once you see it, you'll finally stop blaming yourself for being tired all the time. Most people have the same explanation: I'm just lazy. I have no discipline. Something's wrong with me. So they push themselves harder. Drink more coffee. Try productivity hacks. Promise themselves tomorrow will be different. And tomorrow they're even more tired. Because they're treating the wrong problem. In 2022, researchers from MIT ran an unusual experiment. They took two groups of people. The first spent 8 hours doing physical work. The second spent 8 hours doing almost nothing, sitting in a quiet room, occasionally checking a phone. And the results shocked the scientists. The doing nothing group showed higher levels of cortisol, the stress hormone. Their brains showed more neural exhaustion. And they reported feeling more drained than the physical workers. Doing nothing was literally more exhausting than doing something. This phenomenon has a name. It's called invisible cognitive load. And here's how it works. Every time you scroll, your brain processes hundreds of micro decisions. Like this. Skip this. Watch this. Ignore this. Every notification, even one you don't open, triggers a threat assessment. Is this important? Should I respond? Who's this from? Every free moment, when your mind wanders, it's not actually free. It's running background processes. Replaying conversations. Predicting tomorrow. Worrying. Comparing. Your body is still. But your brain is sprinting. And it burns glucose, your main fuel, at almost the same rate as a person doing physical labor. But here's where it gets stranger. Researchers at Stanford discovered something even more disturbing. The brain doesn't just get tired from doing things. It gets tired from not finishing them. Every email you saw but didn't answer. Every task you thought about but postponed. Every conversation you wanted to have but didn't. All of them stay open in your mind like browser tabs. And each one quietly drains your battery. Psychologists call this the Zeigarnik effect. On average, a modern adult carries between 150 and 200 unfinished mental tabs at any given moment. That's why you're tired. Not because you did too little. But because nothing ever closes. And here's what's important for you personally. This isn't just about productivity. It's about your life force. Every day, you wake up with a fixed amount of mental energy. And before you've even brushed your teeth, you've already spent half of it on tabs that opened yesterday. That's why you feel exhausted at the start of the day. That's why weekends don't restore you. That's why vacations end and you're tired again within 3 days. But there's a deeper layer here. The more anxious a person is, the more tabs they keep open. The more they try to control the future, the more they drain the present. Chronic tiredness isn't a sign that you do too much. It's a sign that you can't let go of what you've already done. And here lies the risk. If you keep ignoring this, keep pushing through with caffeine, keep blaming yourself for being lazy, the system doesn't recover. It breaks down. What starts as evening tiredness slowly turns into morning exhaustion. Then into burnout. Then into something much harder to come back from. And the scariest part, you won't notice the moment you crossed the line. So next time you feel exhausted after doing nothing, don't call yourself lazy. Just tell yourself, my body is resting. But my mind has been running 100 tabs since this morning. Because the tiredness you feel isn't weakness. It's the signal of a mind that's been carrying too much for too long. And maybe, it just needs permission to close a few tabs. If this video helped you understand your tiredness a little differently, subscribe to the channel. There's much more ahead about how your mind really works behind the scenes. And the next discovery might surprise you even more than this one.